goes it? I'm Andrew, your DM for the day, along with this band of miscreants and murder hobos. We're the Dirty Rollers, and this is our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign.
Yay!
Are we muted?
Are we muted? I hope not. Let's see if I can finally get it right.
Test. Hello? Hello?
What's up?
Yeah, we can be heard.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. We hear us.
Excellent. Well, he says, I was told there was going to be a giant turkey leg stand in this carnival. I don't recall ever promising that. Yeah. How goes it, everybody? Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday night. We're getting into episode 3 of our Witchlight campaign. We had one whole episode of snail racing previously, and I think we're set up to kind of hit some multiple games this time, but we'll have to see. We'll do a quick recap here in a minute. But first, make sure you check down below for links to the YouTube, or our YouTube, not the YouTube, but our YouTube, where you can check out all of our campaigns or all of our videos from the Witchlight campaign, the Frost Maiden campaign, and our Goblin campaign. Which I'm also posting the Witchlight campaigns here on as a collection. So every Monday when they go up on YouTube, they should already be up here on Twitch as well. You also have I saw it. Who did it? Walrus posting the Discord link. Thank you, sir. Come join our Discord. We like to hang out and talk about ridiculous things in there. Post maps for any map builders. Any art. Anybody that maybe possibly feels compelled to do some fan art, you can post it in there and we'll share it.
Fan art.
Yeah. Which we have a fan art. I don't know who remembers it, but we have fan art from long ago that has absolutely nothing to do with any of our campaigns, but I'm still going to show it, and I have something that works for it. Maybe we'll see it next session or 2 sessions from now. I'm not sure yet, but I do have fan art that I did something with. Have to make sure a certain someone is here for it, too. What else we got? The merch is currently at Society 6. Hey, Twisted, welcome in. Fan art,
Twisted.
Yeah, don't try to shorten fan art or not Yahtzee. I taught myself.
I want some art.
Yeah, make sure you don't shorten not Yahtzee. That was a dangerous one.
What did we end up calling it?
Yahtzee backwards. Itzia?
Oh, right.
Itez? I don't know. Whatever Yahtzee backwards is.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
You want your Dirty Rollers limited edition Skechers? Oh, I thought I said stickers for a minute. I was like, you can get that over at Society 6, which is all of our merch is over at Society 6 currently, but they're changing up some things over there, so we're going to try to get that switched around. In the meantime, you can go check out our stuff. There's shirts, mugs, hoodies, stickers, a big ass super comfy blanket if that's your thing.
The binkies.
Yep. With all that out of the way, I think we'll do, why don't we go ahead and do the character and player intros real fast. First up, I haven't memorized the order that you guys are in yet. We have, James. Who are you playing?
Hello, I'm James, and I play Albie. I'm an Owlin rogue.
Thank you, James. Next up, we have Crissy. Who are you playing?
Hello, I play Mozzarella, the deaf bard. He's a awakened ferret.
Yeah. Ferretin race.
Ferretin.
Next we have Matthew.
Hello. I'm playing Freddy, the Owlin Warlock. Here for the ride of my life with my brothers.
And I think your walrus's favorite. Garen, who are you playing?
I play Albert, the Owlin Draconic Sorcerer, and just met my brothers.
Awesome. Beanie?
I'm Beanie, and I play Levana, or Lev, the Kalstar Sorcerer.
Excellent. With a gambling problem.
Yeah.
Lewis, who are you playing?
I'm playing Sarah, the half-orc barbarian, Andy.
Thank you. Thank you. And last but not least, Melissa, do you want to introduce us to your disgusting character?
I'm Melissa, aka General Tampon Mel, and I am playing Moist Milk. She is a female goblinoid paladin.
Excellent. That's all my players. That's all my players. That's who will be gracing our ear holes tonight.
Greasing
Also-
is what it sounded like.
Gracing.
I like that. We'll grease your ear.
You gotta
holes.
have those ear holes well lubricated.
It definitely sounded like grease.
God damn it. This is
Also, that artwork is just awesome.
it is.
Oh,
So
heck yeah.
good.
Whose fault is all that artwork? Who's to blame for all that?
Awesomeness.
I don't know who it
You know,
was.
so
It was Melissa.
It was.
It was General
definitely
Tampon
Steve.
Mel. It's all her awesome artwork there. So thank you very much for that. And yeah, so we'll do our quick little recap here. And yeah, so we're at the carnival finally. The group had all gotten separate invitations from an elderly warlock named Madrick, who sent out a bunch of letters, invitations to his house, inviting all the people that received it to meet up with him at his residence, and he would instruct them that he's looking for help finding his patron to make sure she's alive and well in the Feywild. His patron being Zybilna, and she's an archfey, as he said, or as he passed along to you. After you guys accepted the quest from him, he told you that the best way of getting to the Feywild, where he believes her to be, would be through the carnival, the Witchlight Carnival, that comes around every so often. He said it is here for a short stay, and asked that you guys please go investigate the carnival and try to see what information you can find about her, and use the carnival as a means to get to the Feywild in order to check on Zybilna. Last episode, there was a whole lot of snail racing. I showed you guys the map, the Witchlight map, and you all kind of went straight to the snail racing, and that was a blast. You guys seemed to have a good time. I had fun running it, racing some giant snails around a big old racetrack. Which I also want to point out that Lev, the first thing she did upon arriving was to try to make wagers on the snail races. How did that work out for you, Lev?
Well, they're all too stuck up to actually want to gamble with me. Except Freddy. I do owe Freddy something for the fair.
There you
Oh.
go.
Because I lost my bet.
Any one thing from the fair, I think, was the wager?
Yeah, anything he wanted from the fair, Freddy can have. I'll buy it for him.
Excellent. But yeah, so we are going to start right there from the snail racing. And let me pull up the map if I can find it. Carnival. Activate. Anything. That ain't huge. The possibilities are endless.
Where do we get to
I
go?
salivate every time I see this map.
This map is fantastic. It is super fun. I'm gonna unpause. Said I'm going to unpause this. Thank you very much. There we go. And yeah, so
Is Forge being or Founder being sassy?
no, I didn't have the right window open. Oh, I gotta make sure.
Oh, okay.
Hall of Illusion.
So you guys are over here. Zoom
We're
in.
over, yeah, by the snails.
You guys are over here at the snail races. You guys, we ended where you had just wrapped up. You guys got some prizes. There was a pity prize for the last place finish, and there was a first place prize. Do you remember what you got?
I wrote it down.
I got I forgot to put it in my character sheet. I got a dancing lights wand with one charge.
Yep. A wand that lets you cast dancing lights one time, and the winner.
I want a potion of advantage.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys were given your prizes, and yeah, we'll start right there. You're just leaving the little booth where you got the hats and where you had your tickets punched. If you remember, you have 8. You can have your ticket punched 8 times. You've had it punched once each for everyone. You do not all have to spend your ticket punches at the same attractions or games. You can go and do different things. So I know last time I got a little list of things that you guys were interested in doing. If you not everybody wants to partake in those things. One of them was goblin rustling, and one of them was the feasting orchard. You guys do not all have to do those things at the same time. It's completely up to you guys where you go, what you do. And Rev, welcome in. Thanks for joining us tonight. So, I'll say as you walk out of the snail race, out of the little archway down here, you see a couple things directly across from you. You see these 2 little stands here. One with a sign on it that says "Outstare the Cyclops." Another one is a ring toss. They are both in front of this large, kind of fenced-in area. Where you see on one side what looks like, you can kind of see directly through the arch that's opposite the snail racing arch. You see a bunch of it looks like a miniature little wagon circle and like a mini Ferris wheel of some kind in there. On the other side, you can see a large teapot behind the stalls, the ring toss stall and the Cyclops stall. You can hear as you come out the general air of the carnival it seems almost a little bit merrier than when you went in originally. And something I can't remember if I mentioned last time or not. This is like dusk, and you notice that nobody, like the fun doesn't seem to really be winding down or stopping. In fact, after getting out of the snail races, like I said, you notice everything is kind of merrier, cheerful, almost like it's almost more vibrant now. Like it's gotten a little bit darker in the time that took you to race the snails, which wasn't actually terribly long with as fast as they were traveling. But even for being a little bit darker, all the colors here seem to pop and shine. Everybody seems very happy here. Where would you guys like to go?
So many choices.
I don't know. What do you got ready, Andy?
Yeah, that's probably.
Well, you guys. So any of the games are a safe bet. You guys can do any of those. There's not really maps to be made for most of the games. I have the feasting orchard, the goblin rustling. You can tell me what you want to do.
And to play a game that takes a punch?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I'm looking at all of the things.
I know you guys had mentioned the lost property area.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
That
too.
sounds cool.
Yeah, that's not a game
with-
or anything. That's just
With
like
Miss
a lost and found.
Durlagon.
Yep.
Yeah. I remembered.
I would reiterate,
Thank
as
you, Walrus.
Albie would reiterate to the snail coach or whatever. I'll just say, if you see any riders and they hurt Shelly Moo, let me know and point them out, and I'll finish the job.
I just tips his hat and nods your way.
Cool. As I walk away, does it look like they're taking Shelly Moo's hat away? Because I gave that to Shelly Moo.
No. It looks like they've allowed her to keep it for now.
Yes. Money well spent.
No, but
Now
this
the sun-
it's up to you guys where
sun-
you want to go.
What?
What was that?
Oh.
Moist milk?
Now that the sun's going down, it doesn't look as shitty in here.
Oh my god!
Such a shit.
Where's everybody want to go?
No one wants to make the
No. So
first move.
You guys are free to like spread out if you want and go wherever.
Well,
Let's split up these brothers.
No, not at all.
I would dash to the ring toss, just for fun.
Okay.
All right, 3 brothers to the ring toss.
I'm sorry.
No, Twisted. And Rev, you're not much better. No, thank you for any of that.
Oh no.
No, not the one thing I'm not prepared for, and no splitting in this massive place. I mean, you can if you want, but you know, you two are both DMs. You both know this. Don't encourage.
Everybody
it.
run in different directions, quick!
Scatter. All right.
There's 7 of us.
So the 3 owls are all going to the ring toss.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
That sounds fun.
You arrive at the ring toss. You look in this. It's a little small wooden stall. You see in front of you 3 wooden almirage. Let's see. I don't actually remember if they have this. Let me double check.
3 wooden what?
I'm about to show you if I can find it. Because I don't think most of you know what this is. Let's see.
There's more of you than there is of him. Don't let him control you.
No, chat. What are you doing? I'll remember
I
this.
like
each
your
of you.
thinking, Rev. I dig your thinking.
I will remember this.
The DM will remember this.
Yep. There we go. Nope. You see this little guy? You see a cute little wooden bunny with what looks like a unicorn horn on his head.
Ooh.
Yes.
That is an almirage.
Oh my
Almirage.
gosh, it's so
Aw.
cute.
You see 3 of these in the stand before you. They're like I said, just wooden little statuettes with the horn on their head. You can see golden rings lying around on the floor behind you. There's a tall, slender elf, kind of lazily leaning against the back corner. It says, "Hey, you want to try your luck at a ring toss?"
Oh,
Yes, please.
All right, hand him over. Gonna hold his hand out.
Oh,
I,
so we all
my
get our
punch card.
Yeah, I'll give him the punch card.
Okay.
oh, sure, yeah.
He goes ahead and punches each one of your tickets. He walks over and he hands each of you, double check. Yeah, 3 rings, 3 golden rings. He says, now, just one at a time, mind you. He takes 2 of the almirage that are up there, and he leaves the middle one. He takes it off the pedestal, sets it on the wooden floor. He says something under his breath, and you see the almirage start flitting around inside here.
Ooh.
So, he looks at you and says, "Whenever you're ready, go ahead. Who's first?"
Yes. Boulder parchment chairs.
How do we do that?
Yeah.
What?
Rollies, I guess.
What?
Nobody
We
can
can do
see each
rollies.
other, so that's not going to work.
All right, yeah.
You can do
D20,
rollies for
whoever's
it.
the highest goes first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought they.
Oh.
Well, okay then.
Freddy, you go
Freddy's
first.
up first. So, Freddy,
Boulder
I need
always
you.
wins.
I need you to make 3 dexterity checks, just one at a time, not too fast here.
3 dexterity checks.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
First one. Nope. It's done. Let me do the thing.
I break everything on. You know what? Will this be easier if I drop your guys' tokens on here?
No, I got it. I got it. Here we
I
go.
was just gonna say you could put the tokens on there so you can see where everybody's at.
Oh,
All right. There's a 13 total. All right, the 13 misses. You line up a shot and go to a shot like you're shooting a bow. You line up a toss and right as you think it's got it, it just teleports and bamps away over into the side, the opposite side.
Oh.
All right, go ahead and throw your next one.
Oh. 1, 2. Come on. Be like Albie. Be like Albie.
Oh, you gotta believe in yourself, and you did it.
Okay, so the second throw here, you just watch it kind of teleport around for a second. You think you've picked up a pattern, and your second throw just ring right around the golden horn.
Woo! Yes.
Well
done, Freddy.
The elf behind the counter just,
Thanks.
oh, excellent throw. Because you got one more. Go ahead and try.
Oh. Okay. 1, 2, and
Use the power gun. All right, it bamps around, lands dead center. You really quick toss one out there. Boom, got a second ringer.
woohoo! Oh yes. Oh gosh, guys, this is so much fun. Oh, it's amazing.
Perfect. Yeah, hang on, I got something for you. Go ahead and roll me a D8.
oh,
And
D8.
Ultima Wolf, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. I believe that puts us-
1d8 coming at you.
All right.
Yeah.
8.
Oh. You are given a. You're given a glove puppet in the shape of a wizard.
Yay! This is the best thing I've ever seen.
As an action, you can move the puppet's arms to cast a minor illusion cantrip.
Oh,
You have 3 uses of this.
that's neat.
That is awesome.
That's pretty cool.
So, I do want to thank you, Xanthos. Be careful, don't get in trouble, but we appreciate you having us on. I say we're only, I think, just one more follower away from the 200. So if you're lurking and you want to help us hit that milestone, you could be the one to do it. So he gives you the glove puppet and gives you a little pat on the shoulder as he hands it to you. He says, "Who's next?"
Albie, you go. I'm just scared.
All right, and I'll pat Freddy on the back and say, "That's what happens when you believe in yourself."
I know. I never did it before.
Never believed in yourself?
No, everyone's much cooler than me.
Aw. Oh, Freddy.
Albie gives you a hug.
Oh,
He's like, "Always believe in yourself."
You guys all have
Thanks, Albie.
tokens on the map
Yeah.
now, by the way.
Wholesome it is. Alrighty. All right. I will partake of the ring toss then.
Okay.
So dex check.
Dex check.
Alrighty. I do my awkward owl hop walk towards the rings,
Excellent.
and I will pick up the rings, and I will grab one and just line up the shot.
$21. The very first shot. Like maybe you watched and tried to pick up the pattern that Freddy very clearly picked up on, but you hit a dead ringer on the very first one.
Oh,
Whoa.
Nice.
Elf at the stall lets out a little cheer for you. Says, "Yeah, one more. You have 2 chances. You too can win. Or if you land all 3, I'll give you 2 prizes."
What? Oh goodness! I can't get all excited. That'll make me flustered. Okay. Calm down, Albie. All right. And
woohoo!
All right, it
Grunt.
bamps over towards the front corner, and you just almost kind of hop over and drop it on there real quick. And you have a second
Whoa.
ringer in a row. Just
All right, we
locked
got
in
two.
for one prize. Go for two.
One more. Believe in yourself. I didn't believe hard enough.
No, you thought you had it in this last one. You just got the jitters got the better of you. No, it's still got a prize though. Go ahead and roll me a D8, please.
Oh boy. There. Rolling.
All right.
4.
Okay. He reaches under the counter and he pulls up a bottle of a wine. The label on the bottle says Witchlight on it, and it has like a kind of the label with a picture of the general atmosphere of the carnival on it. While the bottle is uncorked, it plays calliope music until the bottle is emptied of wine.
Wow.
So note
That's
this on your
amazing.
guys' inventories or in your notes, and we'll get it added later because these are like, oddly custom items.
Those are cool.
He looks over at Albert and he says, "Last one, your turn."
Oh, okay.
I hop up.
Gotcha, Walrus.
While they were doing that, I would like to pocket one of the rings.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand. 21.
Okay. So he handed you 3 rings and he turns around to walk back and reset the almirage, and you hurry up and slip one under your robes. Just this, imagine this ring is like half the size of you. So you just kind of shoved it up under there real quick.
Oh, it's that big?
You're small, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm very small.
Yeah. They're a fair size, but you're small, so it's probably like half or a third the size of you.
Oh boy.
He turns around and says, "Whenever you're ready."
Oh, okay.
Oops. I just got rid of my character sheet somehow. What did I do? Oops, sorry, Andy.
Oh, you're good.
I don't know.
Click on your token again.
Where's my token? I do not see any tokens, unfortunately.
In front of the ring toss thing?
Yep, it's right in front of the ring toss.
Oh, they're crazy small. Sorry, I was zoomed out. My bad.
You're good. You should be able to click on them and then use the buttons at the top.
Okay, got it. And then it was Dex check. Sorry.
All right, your first one misses. It's zipping around. It seems to be going a little bit faster for some reason. At least you think so. Then one misses.
Oh, that was disappointing.
So 2 more tries though. Go ahead.
Okay.
You can do it.
Ooh,
You got this, Albie. Oh, wait, no, Albert. Damn it, I'm doing it now.
Good. See, I feel my pain. This one hits the outside edge of the horn on its head and bounces off. It doesn't land.
oh,
One more.
I lost the other one.
Lost it. He wanders up and looks over, like down the front of the stall. And he looks over to the side of the stall at the window.
Oh, I think it rolled down the road.
Huh. Oh, that's odd. It shouldn't happen. But here's another one.
Oh, thank you.
I'll go again.
Okay. 15. It bounces off again. This one doesn't hit the horn. It just bounces off like one of the ears on the sides.
Oh, shit.
He says,
It's okay.
"Sorry, I gotta have 2 on the ring or 2 on the horn to give a prize."
Oh, stupid. I'm so stupid.
No, you're not.
It's a game of chance. Some skill, but mostly chance.
It's
Albert.
fine. That's all it is. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Albert, do you want my wizard?
it's fake karma. Beanie says.
It is.
Oh, thank you. No, thank you.
Are you sure? I mean,
Yes,
look,
sir.
it's all velvety, and it can let you cast a spell.
No, you want it fair and square.
But no, I want to give it to you. It's a gift.
No. Oh, I can do those magic things. You keep it.
Okay. Well, I'll make you something nice and special. Your treat.
But
My
thank
treat.
you.
Yes.
Albert,
Yes?
I've never drank wine before. Have you?
Oh, I think I've had a little bit.
I pop it open. I just pop it open just to hear the music.
I love the crowd cheered right when you said you popped it open. But yeah, you can hear the calliope music start as soon as you uncork it.
Oh, what does calliope taste like?
I take a swig.
Okay. You're pretty sure it describes it in here, and I was looking for it and could not find it. I believe the very first thing it says, though, is that it is non-alcoholic.
Oh.
Cool.
Nice.
Drunk owls, let's go.
Yeah.
No drunk owls.
Well, where's the bar? Let's make this a reality.
Yeah. Wait, James, you know what happened last time we did that in a game? At a fair.
I mean, do we know it's non-alcoholic?
No, you wouldn't.
Oh boy, that's the apple juice thing.
And try it again.
There's a name for that. I can't remember what it is.
Placebo?
Sorry.
Sorry. Sparkling?
Well, there is sparkling, but I was thinking it's a psychological thing where people think they're drinking and get drunk, but they don't actually. It's not alcoholic.
It's like what someone said, the placebo effect.
Yeah. Placebo.
All right. Let's celebrate and drink calliope wine. Move on.
Calliope wine and moving on.
Yes.
All right. So back at the snail racing. I guess you guys moved up a little bit. Moist Milk, Lavana, Sarah, and Mozzarella. What are you guys wanting to do?
Moist Milk is just stank eye in the Cyclops right now.
Stank eye and the Cyclops. All right.
Who stare?
Do it.
Who
Stare
stare
him down.
at? He tries to read the sign. Cyclops. The Cyclops. You stare?
Yeah, it's just a big eye thing. I don't know. He looks shady.
Okay, so you see, it just looks like a Cyclops head on this little pedestal. You don't see any attendant around. And you're sitting there staring at it. You see the head swivel and rotate, and it looks right at you, Moist Milk. It says, "What do you do when the eye of the Cyclops falls upon you? You stare right back if you've got the stamina."
Oh.
That didn't rhyme, but I'm intrigued.
I hate you. Also, it wasn't supposed to rhyme. That's book text, thank you. You see you see the Cyclops. It looks at you, and it takes its one eye, and it glances down to the left. It keeps glancing down there, like it's looking at the platform right underneath it.
Oh, I thought you were checking me out or something. What am I looking at here? Oh, you gonna punch my ticket?
Yeah, you see a little slot there. There it says tickets, please.
I'll stick my ticket in.
All right, you hear a little click, and it spits your ticket back out to you.
Yeah. Mozzarella's getting excited.
Okay. Also, make sure you guys keep track of how many punches you each have, by the way. All right. The Cyclops looks back at you and says, "Tell me when you're ready, and we will begin."
I've already begun.
All right.
It's so weird playing a shithead character.
I know I'm not used to you doing this.
It is weird.
Can we retable hydrate to drink and get everyone to get everyone their beverage of choice? Oh yeah, it's for whatever anyone's got. I've got tea with me. But yeah, so when you say you're ready, you see its visage suddenly goes stern, and it just stares right at you.
I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Does bardic inspiration work for these things?
Sure, why not?
Are you sure? I can't target people for some reason. There we go. Mozzarella is gonna put a paw on Moist Milk's. I guess how tall is he to Moist Milk? I don't know. He'll put his paw on her knee. I know that's at least high enough. And he'll be like, "I believe you stir better than anybody's." And he'll give her bardic inspiration.
Yeah, go ahead and click it.
I'm trying to find it. Sorry,
Sure.
I don't know what I'm doing with bards.
And Moist Milk doesn't want to turn her head because she's determined to win, but she's gonna gently put her hand over on Maz's head. Thanks, little guy.
All right.
Actually, where is bardic? Oh, it's under features. I see it now.
All right.
It's weird that it labels it as damage, but okay.
So you get, what is it, a D6? D4?
D6, I think?
Okay. So when you make this check...
Make sure I'm not lying. Yeah, D6. 1D6.
Okay. Moist Milk. When you go to roll this check, you can add a D6 to it if you choose to.
Okay.
I need you to make a Constitution check for me.
Okay. Come on, Scary Berry, you're going down.
Here's you say this, and he squints his one eye at you. Were you using Bardic Inspiration or no?
Oh. I probably should, huh?
Use it.
You said 4?
6.
6?
D6, yep.
D6.
Grunt! Grunt!
Okay. So, Maz, you're standing there watching this. And you can see, I don't know, would Moist Milk sweat at all when she's doing this?
So what's milk?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I had the thought, but I didn't say it.
I wish I hadn't said it.
Oh.
I'm lactating.
Oh, god damn it.
No.
I hate this character so much. That's one damn dairy, says
nasty.
Skillium.
William.
I'm sorry, Twisted. You should know what to expect by now, though.
You go to the corner, you think about what you've done.
So you see a little bead of milk form on her brow. You see the Cyclops head is starting to tremble a little bit. Maz, you see Moist Milk lean forward and squint her own eyes. You look back towards the
Getting the
Cyclops. He blinks.
Ooh, he starts bouncing around.
Blinking, blinking, and nod. And she's going to pick up little Maz and kind of swing him around. Thanks, little buddy.
Well done.
Who did it?
Moist Milk, go ahead and roll a d8, please.
D8.
Oh,
Give me my prize.
Lewis, is that a milk emote?
It is indeed a milk emote.
God damn it.
Oh god.
What percent of milk is Moist Milk sweating?
100.
Probably 100. You too get a bottle of Witchlight wine. Ugh. A little compartment underneath the Cyclops head in front of the booth spits out the bottle at you. Doesn't throw it at you. It opens up and lets you take it.
Wine? Don't you have any goat milk?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No. The Cyclops with a single eye looks very confused.
Unfortunate.
Well played. Enjoy the carnival.
Thanks, Big Eye. Catch you later.
Oh my god.
Sarah, Lavana?
Kind of just wandering. I lost my guy. Wandering over by the mystery mine, just peering,
Okay.
trying to see what's going on over there.
The mystery mine. Let me go find the mystery mine.
I was looking at this too. I wonder what the mystery is.
Will you guys look at that? Mozzarella, are you going with them, or did you want to do anything over with the Cyclops and ring toss?
I think I'll just go with them, I believe.
Okay. Albert, when you guys all walk away from the stalls together, notice that for you the color here seems to dim a bit.
Ooh.
The overall like vibrancy of the carnival seems to lower a shade.
Oh, it's a bit gloomy over here.
All right. So let's see.
What just happened?
Is there a fireworks show?
Not at the moment. Okay. So you guys walk up to the mine. I'll get this pulled up here. You see, propelled by magic, mine carts laden with fairgoers trundle into an opening carved like a dragon's mouth. The carts reappear moments later on the far side of the attraction, with the passengers expressing a mixture of bewilderment, fear, and excitement. Near the entrance, a male dwarf dressed like a wizard shouts, "Unlock the mysteries of your mind in the mystery mine." He has bushy eyebrows, wears a pointed hat, and holds a large clockwork contraption shaped like a giant eye. Lavana, your eyes, no more Cyclops here, are... Wait, no. Do you have one eye?
I do have one eye.
It still works. Your eye is attracted to the large clockwork contraption that's shaped like a giant eye. There's a lot of eyes going on here. Three eyes.
Oh, fancy that. You know, I got a lot of mysteries in my mind. I kind of want to check this out.
The dwarf sees you standing there. He says, "Well, come right up then. Come. Just go ahead and take a ride on the mystery mine. It costs 1 punch for each person that wants to ride."
Do I perceive anything about this eye? Is this eye weird? This giant mechanism?
Just go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
How many people fit in a cart?
That is a good question.
I see nothing.
There's our first natural one of the night.
There's that
Oh,
natural
beanie.
one.
So no, the only thing that really attracted you to it was just the clockwork nature of it. Just like the overall construction.
It's big, shiny, and moving, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gears, big shiny moving. Yep. Let's see. Okay, so this is I'm gonna need you guys to, in just a minute here, send me a message over on Discord, not in the open chats. You'll each have to send me a private one.
Oh.
The dwarf beckons you all over. He has, first he asks you, everyone here is wanting to take a ride on the mystery mine?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Excellent. Step up here, present your tickets, and please look into the all-seeing eye. He does this big grand gesture and points at the contraption around his neck. Or I guess it's not around his neck. He's holding it. My bad.
Is it fun?
Excuse me?
Is it fun?
The ride?
Yeah.
I should think so. People experience a range of emotions, but fun, I should hope, is one of them.
Cool.
So, what I want you to do, each of you guys, I need each of you to send me a message with the name of a creature your character fears.
Ooh.
Oh.
A creature? Does it have to be like an animal or a beast or humanoid? Does it matter?
Any kind of creature.
Oh, jeez.
Twisted is afraid of the owlin. Beanie,
As he should be.
I know you're a little less experienced with D&D, Beanie, so it's just, you can write down any kind of fantasy creature. It's not specific to D&D. I mean, it doesn't even have to be fantasy. Like, you could write down you're afraid of wolves. Doesn't matter.
It's just something normal.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like a D&D specific thing. Just what would your character fear? Not necessarily you, the player, but your character.
Moz is pretty brave, so that's kind of a hard one. But I thought of
Lactose
something.
intolerance is terrifying.
Afraid of bees. Moist Milk fears the soap golem.
Oh.
So while they're doing that chat, how are you guys doing? Appreciate you all hanging out with us tonight.
So cool.
And I will say, be expecting the longest level 1 of all time. This whole
I kind of hate it.
this whole
honestly.
first chapter, the characters are level 1. So it's a very long level 1. It's interesting, but I see why they did it.
Can we skip straight to 3 after this?
No.
Oh.
Moist, you beat Rev to saying lactose. You're surprised they are level 1? What did you think they were going to be?
30.
Okay, let's see.
This
Are we
is
putting
hard.
this- Are we putting this in the Witchlight chat or the
No,
general?
send me a private message.
Oh, Andy, I don't know how to do that.
Rev, that's a good idea. That'd
got
be
it.
really interesting.
Let's see, what was it? Start level 20 and slowly D-level? That would be amusing. Most of their stats are god tier.
because they lactose.
Oh my god.
Twisted band.
Yes.
Can we give Twisted inspiration?
Yes. Gets advantage.
Terrible joke.
Perfect joke. I loved it.
Oh, you're good.
Oh,
Twisted.
God.
It fits right
That's a
in.
good pun.
If it wasn't you, it was probably Skillium that would have made that joke.
That is a Skillium joke.
And was it Walrus? Yeah, most of their stats are pretty good. Beanie rolled ridiculous. It was the Beanie
Beanies
grunt
are
roll.
great.
The power grunt.
Power grunt.
Okay, I think we
Oh, that sounds really cool, actually.
The power grunt.
I'm Gerbin, the power grunt.
cool. I think we got everybody. Everybody's got good ones, except Maz. Do you want to clarify that one?
Do you remember who I mentioned?
Oh,
Do you remember who?
Oh,
Do you remember who that is?
Yep, I got you.
Okay.
I got you. Thank you. All right. No, we're slowly killing Twisted.
But I don't want him to die.
All right, so I have all the creatures that you guys are afraid of. Let's see. Each minecart holds up to 8 medium creatures, so there's that question answered.
Oh my gosh, can we
Oh.
all go into one?
Yep, you guys can clown car into one
Yes,
cart.
let's all smash in.
Yes.
That'd be a good place to cluster a fireball on, huh?
Yeah.
Ladies first.
You guys you're worried about a fireball, but you don't realize that you just piled in the same cart with Moist Milk,
Oh, no.
who's been carrying around and milking her bagpipes, I think.
Oh,
Ooh, what's that
Mozzarella.
smell?
I thought you wrote that out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
we'll talk about that later.
Okay, okay.
Damn Skilly.
Oh my God, moist ball. Yes, Rev. Yes.
Skilliam, why? You did that to yourself. Your poor dog.
Something
Mozzarella
smells sour in here.
is gonna hold up his little paws and be like, uppies in cart.
Okay, come here. She's gonna pick up Moz and set him in.
Moz,
Oh,
Moz, you're clearly big enough to get into this on your own. You're just,
maybe he just wanted uppies.
you know.
Just a baby.
Oh.
He's just a baby.
Is there a baby seat for you? Seatbelt?
Nah, no need. I just said.
You all just smashed together in here in this mine cart. The dwarf goes around. You make sure everybody's in. He says, "No reaching out over the edges, please. Up in the air, just fine. No over the edges. Just be very careful and enjoy the ride." And with that, your cart goes down the tracks. As the cart plunges into gotta make sure I'm doing this right. Sorry, guys.
Moist Milk's taking up more room than she really should. She's kind of doing the man spreading with her legs.
Stupid legs. Gosh.
Okay, there we go. All right, so the cart actually goes counterclockwise or clockwise. Clockwise. The cart goes clockwise, goes around, starts off fairly slow. You guys go around the whole circle into the dragon's mouth. In the dragon's mouth, you hear the sounds of the carnival disappear into the distance. Sorry. You see a bunch of hills and corkscrewing trees in front of you. You see prismatic colored skies above you. Each of you, as the cart goes, and you're staring at all the different sights along the way. Each of you sees the creatures that you sent me. They launch themselves at the minecart. Moist Milk, how do you react when what you wrote down comes at the cart, your direction?
I would say she would flinch and say, "Don't take anything else from me. I'm already lost. Don't do it."
What?
Okay.
Interesting.
Moist Milk, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Wait, where is it? Am I dumb? Am I dumb? Oh, I am dumb.
Skills? Or...
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. All right.
Oh.
All right. So, as your vision comes toward you, you feel compelled to let out this otherworldly howl. It flies towards you.
No.
It's just it stands inches from you and reaches out a long, gangly arm and acts like it's grabbing something, takes from you, before it just disappears backwards, head held back in laughter.
She's gonna just clamp her hands together against her chest and kind of put her head down and just muttering to herself, "Don't take any more of me. No more of me."
Oh.
All right, so I need you to mark down that you failed the wisdom save, please.
Okay.
Sarah, The thing that
Yeah.
the thing that you wrote down, slowly ambling towards you. Well, slowly's wrong. It's moving very slowly, but it's speeding towards you. Doesn't quite make sense in your mind. It hooks itself to the sides of the cart and suddenly just launches towards your face. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh God, why is that here?
Oh no. All right.
Get away! Don't touch me!
Oh.
It climbs up into the cart and seems to wrap itself around you. You two
God, no!
are compelled to let out a scream as the thing stays attached to you for what feels like forever, but in actuality is just a few short seconds.
Don't touch me with that slimy pig nose.
And,
Oh my god.
I need you to write down that you failed the saving throw.
Got it.
Lavana, the creature that frightens you comes kind of drifting, not too fast, not too slow, towards the cart, and also motions at you with a beckoning finger. How would Lavana react?
She'd shake her head, just no, I don't want, no, nuh-uh. Just gotta like try to get out of the minecart, but can't really go anywhere.
I need Lavana to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay, and before I forget, I do have advantage on wisdom saving throws,
Absolutely.
Nice.
so I
Hell yeah.
do it. It's just that button, right? I think.
You would click the skills, or the skills, let me check. Sure, I'm not telling you the wrong thing.
Saves.
Saves.
Okay.
And then it should pop up with a advantage, disadvantage, or normal.
Yo.
Perfect.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. So, as yours comes closer and closer towards the cart, you feel compelled to laugh instead. And as your laughter bursts out from you, you see the thing burst into a puff of colorful smoke and disperses around the cart.
Huh.
I need you to keep track that you succeeded on your saving throw, please.
Okay.
Next up is Albert.
Oh no.
Double check yours real fast. This is where playing in person would be a little easier. Okay, Albert, as you're looking at one of these like spiraled trees coming up out of this kind of illusory landscape,
Ooh,
one of the trees seems to unravel itself, and you see bony, claw-like arms reach forward. You can hear the muttering of something that you would recognize as a spell of some sort comes floating towards you with that same hand outstretched, and I need you, Albert, to make a wisdom saving throw.
oh no, bitch, leave me alone. Stay away from my marbles.
Oh.
Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa.
With your steady voice telling it to leave it alone, it grimaces almost like your words hurt it. It bares its teeth and acts like it's trying to come forward again, but whatever it's pushing against breaks it apart. And that same colorful smoke wraps itself around the minecart, but just harmlessly disperses. I need you to
Yes.
track that you succeeded on that.
Yay.
Don't leave my brothers alone.
Freddy. You're taking in the sight of the prismatic sky up above, looking all around, seeing all the different colors. And out of the canopy of one of those same twisted trees that Albert was just looking at, you see a large bulbous form, 8 legs outstretched, come skittering through the air towards you. Mandibles clicking, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Aurora said he'd protect me. Aurora said he'd protect me from you.
In fact, he does protect you. As the form, which would you like to describe what he looks like?
Can anyone else see this?
You're not sure.
I actually would not.
Okay, that's fine.
I want to hold on to that one.
Your patron seems to flash before you and intercept the creature. When he hits it, it explodes into the same puff of smoke. It looks back at you and it gives you a subtle nod and flashes a big old grin.
Yeah. My best friend! Hey!
You say, hey, but it doesn't turn, it just fades away. And I need you to track that you succeeded on your saving throw.
Yes.
Mozzarella.
Hello.
Don't break our hearts.
Mozzarella. I don't know. What of the things I described that you're seeing here in this weird area on the mine tracks here, or that the mine tracks are following? Which thing would grab Maz's attention the most?
Of the things you described?
Yep.
Probably you said there was like prismatic colors and such, right?
Yep, the prismatic sky, corkscrewing trees, the undulating hills.
Probably the sky, I would think.
Okay. So as you're looking at the sky, you see just a handful of clouds up in the air. Which is weird because you don't recall seeing them just a minute ago. And behind one of the clouds, you a very dark shadow, vaguely humanoid, approach you. This shadow starts muttering at you. It seems very far away, but it's coming through just crystal clear to you. Ends up starts out as curses and yelling at you. It's telling you to do bad things, telling you to cause as much harm as you can, to hurt as many people as you can. And then it starts pleading with you. Just pleading, be with you. Want to come with you. It's more and more aggressive as it gets closer. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay. No, violence is not answer.
Oh, my heart.
Uh-oh.
The thing gets right up, it grabs a hold of the minecart suddenly, moves impossibly fast and grabs a hold, and screams at you just inches from your face, "Take me with you!" And
Mozzarella will bark. He'll have a little sharp bark when this happens.
Sharp little ferret bark.
Yeah.
All right.
Scared poof.
A scared poof, yeah. You guys were all worried about moist milk, and instead it's Moz. It's poofing. I need you to track that you failed your wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Crap, where'd my pencil go? I lost my pencil.
As he screams at you, you let out your bark. That's Maz's version of the scared scream that some of the others let out as their visions assaulted them.
When ferrets bark, it's like a supersonic bark.
It's very surprising if you've never heard it before. Albie, let me check yours real fast.
Oh boy.
I remembered most of them. I had to go and double check a couple. Okay. So Albie, you two are looking at the sky. You caught hold of the same cloud shape that that Maz saw. Whereas Maz started following something that came out from the right side of the clouds, you are attracted to something that comes out from the left. This long, slender form kind of waving in the air. It seems to like stretch out for impossibly long. In a wavy form, it turns towards you and you lose the side profile, and suddenly it's right up in front of the cart at you, lightning crackling around it. I need Albie to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Let's see.
Albie,
Oh.
as it comes up to the cart, it unleashes this massive roar into your face. You swear you could feel lightning hit you, and all of your feathers stand up on end. I don't know if feathers react that way, but that's what I'm going to say.
That's perfect.
An intense static just ruffles all of your feathers, and you too are compelled to yell out as your worst fear is just inches from your face.
This is not a fun ride.
Andy, this ride sucks.
Yeah, you chose it.
Anyone get like goosebumps vibes from this?
Oh my god, yes.
Duck
Love
pimples.
it.
Goose flesh.
Duck pimples.
Duck pimples.
Oh gosh, they're no longer goosebumps to me. They're duck pimples. I am going to remember that forever.
All right. So that was just down one corner as everything turned.
Wow.
Or as the cart turned, I mean. It hits a straightaway, or I would guess that most of you are breathing rather heavy and not so sure about this ride anymore. The track goes out in a straight line. You can, in fact, hear the sounds of the birds chirping all around you. Things seem to have calmed down for a moment. But not too far up ahead, you see another drop-off coming. And we're going to take a quick bathroom break and get back to this as soon as we're done.
Cliffhanger!
Oh! Wee little one.
Potty break!
We're going to take a quick break. Give us 5 minutes, chat, and we will be right back and see where this hellish minecart ride takes us.
Unacceptable.
Alright, guys, go ahead and go on your break.
Alrighty.
And
Yeah,
we'll be right back.
Snacks.
PP!
Back.
All right.
We're back. Hello, chat. Thanks for hanging out. I don't want to burst anyone's bladder like what nearly happened the first session. I'm still getting used to this whole live thing, right? Yeah, we're gonna pick right back up at the mystery mine here. The second bend, the second drop off here.
I don't like it.
Time to torture the players.
The mystery bend.
I see, Dino, I see that you've gone from calling people pancakes to just calling them a crunchberry instead.
Well, I think because that person is actually called Crunchberry.
Yeah, this time. See, there we go.
What's up, Dino?
Pancakes are awesome,
Dano.
though. That's a compliment.
I'm gonna switch up the music here. Maybe not so cheery anymore, right?
It's some
Yeah.
spooky music.
This is a poopy ride. Poopy no fun ride.
The poopy no fun ride. It's
Whose
about
idea was it to come here anyway?
yeah. Who led the way?
Hey, I had the snails, so I did, no.
It cancels out. It cancels out.
One good, one bad. It's alright.
Yeah.
It's alright. This ride can be very cool or like very rewarding or very punishing. So
It's character development.
time to turn off the Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 soundtrack.
It's what it kept reminding me of. I was like, I feel like I'm playing Roller Coaster Tycoon with this.
God.
Was
In
there
the background.
screams in that one?
Yeah.
Oh.
I could never play that because it always crashed on me.
Oh.
Oh, wait, the roller coaster or the computer?
Yes.
Wait, this sounds like the same screams that I'm not even joking.
Probably is.
They use in the
Just reuse.
music. Hmm.
All right, so if we're all good to go, then we'll get started back up here. And yeah, Crispy, I'm glad you could make it, dude.
Crisp!
All right.
The crisp.
They are currently on a mine ride of terror, almost. It was supposed to be fun, happy times, and it quickly turned pretty nasty for some of them. Most of them? I think it's most of you guys. Only a handful succeeded.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks, Andy. You just showed us all our worst fears.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No one is dead yet. No, there's just some
Most
absolutely
heartfelt.
terrified critters, though.
Give it 5 minutes.
Yeah. All right. So you guys were just before we went on break. Your minecart was coming up to another drop off on the track here. It pitches over. You see more of the twisted landscape take form. It looks like it's kind of constructing itself as the cart is going along. So you see, like procedurally generated environment here. But you see more of these weird hills. You see more of the twisted trees, kind of corkscrew spiraling up to the sky. You see that same prismatic sky from before, except it's a shade darker now. Albie, having just gotten over the long shape that came at you from behind the clouds, all the lightning going out around it and into you as it got close. Where would you be looking now?
Okay. So you said it came from in front of us to the right, correct?
There was clouds that you and Maz were both looking at. There were no clouds when it first started. Then when Maz saw his shape, it came from some suddenly appearing clouds up in the sky. Maz's attention was directed right, and yours was left.
Okay. Well, I would just look in the opposite direction from it.
Okay.
I would just try my best to ignore it.
You turn your attention to the opposite side, trying to ignore the cloud that's off to the right. And as soon as you look over to the left, you see two gigantic claws come up over top of the edge of the cart. Two pointed single claws. And you see a massive bulbous form pull itself over. Those same, or not the same, because you didn't see them before, but two big mandibles clicking together as the. Ooh, nice sound hit there. I did not do that. That was the track. That was the track being awesome. The mandibles clicking together is this huge, eight-eyed thing comes over the side. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw, please. It launches itself, what you thought was toward you, fully expecting to feel the weight of this creature slam against you. Instead, you feel this like a vague, almost like you were passing through a sheet of webs, and suddenly your feathers feel all sticky and grimy and gross, and you try to let out another scream. They're muffled by the webs covering your face. The rest of you in the cart, you hear what sounds like his muffled screams, but his mouth is wide open. There's clearly something's blocking it.
Albie, are you okay? Hello? Albie? Albie?
Start shaking him.
Albie!
I just kind of cower, but I point a finger towards the direction of where I first looked before the webs hit me.
Oh, I see nothing.
Do we see anything?
You see nothing.
Albie, hold on to it in my marbles. It always makes me feel better. Here, hold.
I put one of my marbles in his hands and close his fingers around it.
To clarify, these are actual, like,
Real
glass-
marbles.
Okay.
Yeah, not owl marbles. Owls don't have marbles.
Okay.
Thank you for the clarification.
I have to ask with you guys, okay? You've done this to me and yourselves. Mozzarella, you've just gone through your own experience and watched Elle be clearly terrified of something. At this point, you guys would all get the idea that you're all going through something similar, like you're all seeing something, but just based on what everyone said, you're all seeing different things. Indeed, as the minecart pitches around another turn, where would Maz be looking?
So the thing that scared us all disappeared, or it's still there?
No, it disappeared.
Okay. I guess he would be like cautiously looking around and looking at everybody's faces to see like what they're experiencing too, or if they saw what he saw.
Okay.
Also, I feel like we should probably clarify, because I don't remember if you said or not. When you said the thing that was scaring Mozzarella was talking to him, it would be telepathically, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, because he's deaf, and I didn't know if anybody would be like, how does he hear that, though?
This is true. Yeah, you would definitely have heard this in your head.
Okay.
His mouth was moving, but Maz would hear this in his head.
Okay.
I'm sorry though. Where are you looking to now?
He would be looking at everybody's faces in the cart to see if they saw what he saw, or like what they're doing, what are they experiencing.
Okay. So as you're looking around at everyone, trying to get an idea as to what's going on here, you see two bony skeletal hands appear on the back of the cart opposite of you. See his gaunt skeletal face like ever so slowly up, this wicked sneer pulled up on what's left of its lips. This one is saying something that you do not hear, but you get the feeling that whatever this is has nothing but ill intent towards you. It reaches out its hand, points a single finger, and you see a black lance of lightning, or what looks like lightning, come hurtling towards you. I need Maz to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, no. Wisdom through. No, don't. Oh.
Maz, this black bolt hits you and kind of envelops you. Doesn't pierce through like you were maybe expecting. Wraps around you and just fills you with dread. I need you to mark down that you failed this saving throw.
Okay. In the dark, there's always light. In the dark, always light. He'll be shivering.
Oh. Clearly forgot to turn that setting on.
Sorry.
No.
That's all right. That's my fault for not changing that. That.
The move to the speaker or whatever.
Some behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's a little bit of behind the scenes.
Joe.
That's all right, Joe.
Pull my finger.
Pull my finger.
So, yeah, Maz.
Joe, you always tickle my funny bone.
Maz is filled with dread now, and I would think that you'd let out another bark, or what's he do this time?
Did it actually cause any pain, or does he feel like it? Maybe not real pain, but he feels like it's pain.
No pain. It's just a deep dread.
He will just be. Let's see, if he's feeling dread, he'll probably just be shivering. His little tail will be bottle brushed out. He'll be all floofed out. shivering a little, and he keeps muttering something to himself that sounds something like "There is always light, there will always be light," and you hear him say "Nami" a couple times,
Okay.
mumbling to himself.
Freddy,
Oh,
what are you doing after witnessing your super best friend dispel your worst fear?
um, I was super excited about seeing my super best friend, but now I'm really concerned. Everyone looks like they're terrified. Mozzarella, it's okay. It's okay.
And I'll hug Mozzarella and just start petting his head. It's like,
It's okay. It's okay. You're good. You're okay.
Oh, Freddy,
It's
Freddy,
okay.
do see him, do see him.
do I see him?
If you're following where Moz is pointing, instead of well, actually, you're not sure. What you see where Moz is pointing, off in the distance, is what looks like a horse. A horse that's been soaking, left out in the rain with very long, almost like dreadlock-looking hair. But it's not running like you think it should be. It's kind of waving, almost like a dolphin would be.
What the hell? What is this?
Did we just eat a bunch of
I-
acid?
I think I know. Me, Matthew, I think I know what that is, but would Freddy know what that is?
Freddy can make a. You can have your choice of a history check, a nature check, or an arcana check. Whichever one you want.
I'm going to pick Arcana
Okay.
because of all the magic that Aurora's taught Freddy.
Gotcha.
Well,
No. On this one, I'm gonna say no. You don't recognize what it is.
Oh,
You
looks
think
like some sort of seahorse.
you think you've seen some or heard about some kind of seahorse, but you're not sure what it is or what kind of properties it has. Is it swims, gallops towards you in the air? You see that what you thought was like the long, dreaded hair of the horse actually looks like seaweed hanging off of it.
Ooh.
It's galloping towards you and letting out this just awful, like, gurgling, neighing sound. I need you to make another saving throw. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, okay.
Cryptid.
This sounds worse than what he's actually scared of.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh no.
No, Freddy, you feel the pressure of water building all around you. You feel seaweeds like wrapping your arms tight as this thing comes thundering towards you, doing that awful gurgling neigh sound. Again, this feeling of dread comes over you, and this time you don't see your super awesome best friend.
Oh,
A pressure and dread wrapping you.
This is a terrible place.
Why would they have this here?
Children on here?
What's Albert doing?
I was staring at Freddy.
Freddy, are you okay? We're creepy seahorses. We have.
Where?
Over there.
Oh, I see nothing. Oh,
Do I see anything? Do I see the seahorse?
You do not see a seahorse. Instead, it's because of who messaged me right now. You see, suddenly looking back, now there's three of you all looking towards the back of the cart here. You You look at Freddy for a second, you look back up, and there's suddenly this ball of fur on the back of it. This dirty, grungy, just dirt-stained fur with what looks like clumps of algae and things just growing on it. You see two hooked claws on long, furry arms reach out towards you, almost like they're reaching to grasp you. And this weird-looking piggish nose inches from your face. Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
What are these things?
I want to know. I wish I had some pictures of them or something.
Please mark down that you failed again.
Man, bear, pig.
It's not, in fact, man, bear, pig.
Man, pig, back.
Man, bear, pig.
Man, bear, pig.
You feel, or you think you feel, a piercing pain behind each shoulder, just hooking into your arm, or hooking into your shoulder, rather. As it latches itself to you, you can feel it give this impossibly strong hug from these two thin, fur-covered arms. And you swear, just trying to like look down at it while it's attached to you, that the moss and algae that's growing on this is starting to crawl up the sides of your neck, up your head. I almost think of like the scene in The Matrix where that the mirror is kind of crawling up over Neo's face. It's like that, but with moss. And it's not going towards your mouth though. It's just kind of crawling all over you. And then, yeah, mark down that you failed that save.
I did. I reach out my hand, and I say,
Treat the revolver.
and I cast a big gust of air at the creature in front of me.
The creature does seem to be pulled away from you, but it's laughing this piggish laugh, is snorting as it flies away from you. Lavana. You're essentially in a cart full of terror now. How are you reacting?
I'm just kind of like, what is going on? Because I'm just kind of on a minecart. Like, it's a little spooky, but I'm not terrified. Can I check? Would I know? I guess, I don't know. How do you check if you're asleep or not? Is that a... Yeah.
I'd say perception or insight.
Okay. Going to perceive.
Okay. Now, you're well aware that you're not asleep.
Okay. Just want to check and pinch my arm a little bit.
Yep.
I guess I look at somebody who was probably the most terrified looking, which seems to be maybe Freddy. And just kind of, what's going on? What do you see? What is over here? I can't see nothing. Kind of freaked out that they're freaked out, I guess.
Yeah. Freaked out about something that you can't see.
Yeah.
Lavana, you see the shadow of a ninth person slide up behind Freddy. Very tall, slender figure. You see... it's hard to tell. You think it's skin, or maybe it's just shadow stuff that this thing is made of. You hear it. It's kind of making like pleading motions with you. Take me with you. Take me with you. Tell him. Tell the little one to bring me here. I'm sick of the dark. I'm sick of being here. It reaches forward to try to grab you, like one hand reaching towards the back of your neck and the other hand reaching for a shoulder. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ew.
Oh, I do not like that guy's description.
Yeah. So is it, that's all the wisdom ones, right? For advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You
Oh, God.
very lucky. Your
Wow.
Kalashtar ability has saved your bacon there.
Yep.
Oh, God.
How would Lev repel this thing?
Just kind of would go to smack his hand, either existed or not existed away. Like, Get out of here. I don't know what you are. Get away from me. Get away from my little one, too. I don't even want nothing to do with you.
Freddy, for some reason, Lavana's hand comes dangerously close to slapping you in the beak, and it disperses, Lev, whatever was coming towards you. It was this black smoke and shadow just disappears behind the cart. Need you to mark down that you succeeded.
I don't know you. That's my purse.
Kick in the wall.
Can they take out my frying pan and light it up with the light cantrip?
Yeah. So the cart is now like filled with light, and the place that you're traveling through is pretty well lit on its own. Like you're able to see all the colors just fine and everything. The cart is just now kind of like almost like a beacon on the tracks. And next we have Sarah. Sarah, how are you reacting to all this?
Why did we get on this ride?
We thought it sounded cool.
It was supposed to be exciting.
This was the mystery mine, not the Hall of Illusions.
All right, Sarah. You hear this high-pitched cackling in the distance. Seems like it's coming from to the right of the cart.
Now someone's laughing at us?
But Sarah turned to look.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to find it.
Okay. You turn your head to look, and suddenly it's to the right of you now. It's not where you originally thought it was. In fact,
Jeez, it's close.
every time you try to find it, it seems like it's moving around. It gets closer and closer to the cart. Just this horrible high-pitched laughter, this awful cackle. You suddenly feel two impossibly strong, bony, green-skinned hands grab hold of your shoulders. What do you have to take? What can I have? And
What do you want?
I need Sarah to make a wisdom saving throw.
Why do you guys have such creepy things you're afraid of?
I mean, most people are probably afraid of creepy things.
I mean, yeah. This is,
How
the last two
does
character descriptions just.
how does Sarah fight this off?
Can I just turn around and look at it?
Awful, long face, bent nose, rotting teeth. Visage of a woman with a hunched over back is just inches from your face again, just cackling.
I don't have much. What is it that you're looking for?
Just stops cackling and like pulls her head back and just brow furrowed, very confused.
Do you want a ration? I don't understand. Are you hungry? You look thin.
I want that which you hold closest.
I'm gonna try to hand her a ration.
Okay.
Yeah, take it. You look like you're hungry.
She looks down at it. You can see anger flash across her face. She goes to swipe at you with one big claw. It seems to enlarge, and as it comes closer towards you, just passes harmlessly wide. You feel like a slight impact. That's it. So I need you to mark that you made you succeeded on that saving throw, please.
Rude.
And moist milk. Just witnessed all this happen again. Like everybody seems to be freaking out in various fashions, except for Sarah, who just tried to hand something a ration.
But I don't actually see what they're seeing, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I would say that she's still traumatized by what she saw. So So she's got like her fists balled up on her knees, and she's got her head down, kind of just shaking her head, talking to herself. Don't take no more. Don't take no more. I can't lose more of myself. Don't take no more. Should I roll to see if I see something else, or?
No, because you'll hear it before you see it. A massive thunder crack up above. Your attention pulled up towards the sound. The image of a long serpentine body seems to be making its way straight down, like some kind of missile, arcing, waving down towards. You can see lightning coming off the creature. Mouth open wide, it lets out a massive roar. It feels like it shakes the entire cart.
She is very much afraid, but angry that she's afraid. And so she's going to stand up and point her mace at that thing and be like, I'll kill you!
Go wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. Oh, no.
Oh.
All right. The thing flies down, sending lightning bolts just smashing into the side of the minecart. I would think Moist Milk would shy away from them, maybe?
Yeah.
Stream of milk runs down her leg.
Fun.
The roaring just... It's almost ear-piercing now as the mouth keeps opening a lot, impossibly bigger. Just clamps down around you. When you would expect to feel the teeth puncture into you, but instead, it's this awful just dread, this anxiety feeling just crushing into you.
She's just gonna mutter to herself, help me, Darmv. Help me, Darmv.
Okay. All the images have come and gone again. You see the track straighten out, and actually ahead, the track seems to climb upwards, at least a short ways. You see some kind of light in the distance at the top of the track. You can see an archway slowly come into view. Ahead again, you see those same hills and trees. The trees, though, where they were twisted in a corkscrew fashion, in front of your eyes they seem to unwind and ravel around the other way and twist downwards into the ground, some making arches, some wrapping around themselves in weird knots. The prismatic sky changes from pinks and blues, purples and oranges, to more like dark blues to pitch blacks to dark purples. Everything seems to have definitely taken on a darker hue. Albert, what's going through your mind right now?
He's just trying to huddle close to his brothers, and I think he's just on guard, ready to cast a spell at anything that comes close.
Okay. Albert, you hear a splashing sound just to the side of the cart.
No.
I don't even want to look.
You hear what sounds like hoofs beating the side of the cart, followed by another splash. You see seaweed vines like unravel and reach into the cart. One reaches up around and grabs hold of one of your hands. Another bit of seaweed reaches up and starts running through all the trinkets that you have tied to your scarf.
No.
You see a drenched horse head covered in seaweed come up over the side of the cart. And you can see all the seaweeds that are grasping hold of you are attached to this horse head. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw, please.
No more. No! Oh!
Oh no!
You
Tried to take your shit, man.
I need you to go ahead and mark down that you failed another saving throw. I'm going to take 1 second to thank Zeno Linford for being our 200th follower. That's awesome.
Whoa.
Thank you guys for getting us 200. It's nice little milestone for us on the stream. So we very much appreciate you following. I hope you enjoy
Thank you.
me putting these guys through some terrible times. I promise the whole carnival isn't like this.
Walrus.
Natural one, this is why I'm here. But thank you very much, Zeno. We appreciate the follow. That was Albert. How do you react after this horse-headed, seaweed-covered creature? It's kind of like pulling onto you and messing with all your trinkets.
I think with the natural one, I think he's just trying to grab everything on all his trinkets on his scarves around him, and is just frantically trying to grasp everything so it can't take him away. And then he's gonna like kind of curl up into a fetal position and just clutch everything around him.
Okay. With one more disgusting, gurgling whinny, the horse-headed thing disappears, and you see a bit of shell that you had attached to your scarf disappear over the side, attached to a piece of seaweed, where it seems to have made off with one of your trinkets.
No!
James, thank you for the gift sub, and Bunny, thank you for the alert. We appreciate it. And everybody should take a sip of something before I go to the next poor player.
Chugs milk. No.
Nice save.
Yeah.
Chug, 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 chug.
Mozzarella.
Mmm.
What's going through Maz's mind?
Yeah, I imagine he is quite worried about everybody and the scary things that are happening. Oh, excuse me, I had to clear my throat. I got the sinus stuff going on. And I think he'll be looking around, like, nervously, seeing if, he's there or something else is there.
Okay. Maz is looking around, forward, from the cart, side to side, around the cart. Maz, you see, 2 hooked claws. That's all you see at first. And it's almost like something has pulled its way out of some kind of portal that seems to be on the top edge of the minecart here. Something small. See 2 almost look like hooked claws for front feet and grasping back feet. Shaggy thing covered in hair. As it's sitting on the edge of the cart, it kind of just puffs outward, like gets bigger. Both clawed hands are straddling the edge of the cart and kind of reach down. At this point, it's big enough to it's almost touching the bottom of the cart. The legs are also dangling. It slowly lifts both clawed hands up and pushes off and looks towards you, swivels its head. 2 little black eyes, little pig-like nose, stare at you. You see a wave of moss and algae just kind of surging off of it and pulsing, like every time it seems to take a breath. This green ick just makes its way slowly over towards you and starts entangling itself in your fur. I need you to make another wisdom save for me, please.
And this just looks like a creature. It doesn't look like the thing he's scared of, then?
Correct.
Okay. Who are ooh? You aren't beans. Wisdom. There it goes.
No. Just missed it. This moss starts just getting all over your fur, Moz. It's crawling, starts around one shoulder and spreads down your arm, and spreads down your chest, all around your torso. You can see it crawling down your arms and legs. You feel it creeping along your face. It creates this intense sense of panic in you, Moz. You don't hear any dark thoughts or nothing spoken. It's just that feeling, that just awful feeling, this anxiety, like press against you. The moss wraps you up.
What about squirmy?
What about what?
Squirmy.
Squirmy?
Squirmy. Mozzarella's featured trait thing.
Oh, sorry. That won't do anything here.
Okay.
I'm glad you remembered it, because I didn't. But, no, that won't help anything here. But no, just mark down that you failed another save, and move on to the next one.
We're all gonna have PTSD from this.
Yeah, a little bit.
This is horrible.
PTSD and D.
That'll be a horror game down the line.
At the time.
Sarah? Which one can I give you, Sarah? Trying to make sure I don't double up on them. All right, Sarah. You feel this itch start.
I think I got a powder for that.
It starts like on your upper ribs, almost under your arm. Not quite your armpit. It just gets worse. It feels like there's something small crawling all over you.
Oh, I hate you, Andy. Oh.
This itch multiplies and spreads out. It's now turned into, instead of like a little pinprick of itching, it's all over like your whole right side, pretty much from shoulder to hip. There's just awful itching, and something's crawling all over you.
Start scratching it.
Just scratch it, and you feel hundreds of little things. They're brushing a bunch of things off. You look at your hand, and it's just covered. And at first, what looked like little black spiders, 8 eyes, red glowing back at you. And the form of all of these spiders just coalesce into one big, like, basketball-sized spider that's just like sitting on top of your hand. Weighs almost nothing. Mandibles clacking at you. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw, please. All right. It goes in to bite you, and how does Sarah prevent this thing from biting her?
I'm just gonna grab its head and say, "Nuh-uh, little one, not today," and then pet it.
And then pet it.
You start stroking the head of this spider. You can feel an intense, like, frustration and anger emanating from it. It doesn't seem to affect you, but you can definitely tell that what you're doing to it is very, very much pissing it off. It starts trembling to a point, and pop! You see little bits of sparkling popcorn disappear up in the air in front of you.
Popcorn.
And you can mark down a save, a success.
Maybe I pet it too hard.
Oh no.
Cut it into a snack. Oh. Okay. So for this third round, we have done Sarah, Maz, who was the third one?
Albert. I believe it was Albert.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You traumatized me.
I started trying to change up the order of things, and I lost it.
I'm now in a ball on the floor, clutching all my things.
Okay. Albie. One of your brothers is curled up on the ball, just repeatedly going through all of his possessions that he has. I think a lot of them are on your scarf, right?
Yeah.
So he's done like kind of clutching everything attached to his scarf and the little trinkets he has on his waist. You see Freddy is now looking pretty terrified. What do you do?
I'll just kind of stand over them, but like kind of rear back and just kind of stare up at whatever might be bothering them. And I'll just kind of reach for my blade and I'll just say, "Back off!"
Okay. Albie, you hear... Back off to where? Go back? Only go forward. Tell him to bring me through. Every word that this thing says, this voice, you don't see attached to a body just yet. You feel almost a compulsion to tell somebody something, but it hasn't said who. Just he, or tell him. Suddenly see, as I assume you would be looking around, like trying to figure out where the voice is coming from.
Yeah.
You see a little shadowy figure resting on Mozzarella's shoulder, looking directly at you. Take the like pleading hands gesture towards you. Please, you have to tell him. Let me out. Let me through. You have to. And need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Ref. So his words, like as he's talking to you, you feel like this compulsion, like more and more. Like you feel the need to tell somebody something, but you can start panicking. You don't know who you're supposed to tell. How do you fight this off? How do you fight your compulsion off?
Well, the fact that it's sitting on Mozzarella's shoulder, like the cutest being I've ever met in my entire life, I'm not gonna take out the blade, but I will walk up to it. And what I don't think I'm even tall. I'm not even tall enough, but I would look up at it like, I will kick your ass. But I don't say shit. I'm just silent, and I'm just like owl staring. My pupils grow huge, like just zeroing in on little prey, ready to strike.
You won't let me out either? Why? I just want out. I want to come through here. And as he says that, you can see his form kind of waver, shift around. You see this face. Just before it fades out, you see the face of what looks like an old, pale-skinned elf. Pointed ears are the first thing that goes back and fade away behind him. You can see one last word before he completely fades away. Please? He just disappears. You can mark down a success.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody messes with the floof.
I'm sorry. Did you just threaten our furry noodle?
Precious boy.
No one threatens the fairy noodle.
Let's see. Second to look. What he gave such random things.
I love how Sarah is unaffected. Just
completely like steadfast.
yeah.
Oh, we did that.
More than anything, just seems confused.
Turn a
Okay.
fighter into popcorn.
Moist
Trading.
milk.
Yes.
You feel a scratch along the back of your exposed neck, then another, and a third one.
Stop it.
Feel this where the scratches are at. You just feel them start burning.
I guess I'll put my hand up onto that area. Do I feel anything?
Your hand touches what feels like bone. Feels like bony hands. You feel no flesh or skin. There's no warmth. It's just bone there.
Whoever you are, I'm already pissed off. I will kill you. And she's gonna fling around real fast and see what she sees.
You see a tall skeletal figure, feet floating off the minecart, not attached to anything, but almost in the minecart with you guys. Is dressed in fancy, what were fancy robes at one time. Decaying, tattered. Looks like it has bits of dried matter to it, or old organic matter that you imagine might be skin. Some of the muscle may have fallen off. It just grins at you, this awful skeletal grin. It says, I won't die again. And I need to make another wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
Who are you people? What did you put in your backstories?
I will say this is mostly not backstory related. It had nothing to do with what your backstory was. It was just your character's, the creature your character feared the most. And
But
Matthew's,
that could be our backstory.
our Freddy's and Sarah's were the two most vanilla things. The weirdest vanilla things. Everybody else pulled out some real weird stuff here. Yeah. Moist Milk, you...
That's a fail.
Yep, you failed.
I got 3 fails, y'all.
Me too. I had all the fails.
Oh yeah, I'll be asking you guys that in a second. Again, that feeling of dread that you had. As it grabs a hold of you, you feel this awful skeletal embrace. It pulls you in. Your head smashes against its breastbone. You can feel like your arms getting lost in its ribs. You feel this tangled up in this just disgusting thing. It smells awful. It smells like mold and decay and death. But you feel this just awful, unsettling energy. It even more just tightens up that dread and despair in you.
This isn't what I wanted.
Where you would be expecting like a relief or release from the thing letting go of its hug. It feels like it's still hugging you. It spreads its arms out wide and just kind of floats still in the air as the cart moves forward, and you see it grinning at you as the cart disappears off into the distance away from it.
Moist Milk is just shaking with fear and rage, trying not to cry.
No.
Does
Don't make me feel for this character.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you feel bad for Moist Milk.
Amazing.
Make you.
Feeling's gone.
It was gone now.
Shit. Lev, what was your second one?
My second one.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like succeed, or you talking about the creature?
The creature.
It was the Skin Man.
Okay.
Ew.
Skin Man.
The Skin Man.
I don't know what it was, but the Skin Man sounds so much worse.
All right,
That's what
Lev.
stuck with me.
Man.
Levana, you suddenly smell baked sweets.
Oh, pleasant
Baked
surprise.
goods. Yeah. Come here. Won't you sit with me a bit?
Do I see who's talking?
If you wheel around, you can see this large, hunched over woman, rotting teeth and greasy, patchy hair. You're pointing or just looking at you, but gesturing over towards her. Just come here. I have a fine array. Just a very nice spread befitting such a place. Wouldn't you say? She holds up. It looks like supposed to be a gingerbread man, but its head is just kind of hanging by one corner of the cookie on its neck.
She kind of crinkles her nose, but try not to like look absolutely disgusted. It's just kind of like, oh, it's nothing personal. I'm trying to watch my weight. I'm okay. It's all yours. It's all yours.
She comes closer towards you. It doesn't look like she's moving. In fact, she's sitting at this little kind of sort of nice table. She floats towards you. She's holding this like gingerbread cookie. She's like, oh, just ignore that. That's fine. She's like trying to put the head back on. I'm sitting here motioning with my hands like a fool and no one can see me. But she reaches one hand around this cookie and one finger elongates almost like a velociraptor claw, and she drags it across the middle of the cookie, like where its stomach would be. You see, at first you think it's blood pouring out of this cookie, and you realize it's like icing or frosting or something. She says, did you taste it? Did you have some?
That's a real interesting cookie, but I think no,
just try some. Stay here with me and just try it. And Lev, I need you to make another wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
Who else wants that Kalash Star advantage, huh?
Yeah, it's doing me a lot of favors right now.
All right. So she gets closer and closer and tries to get you to take this cookie. There's icing pouring out of what should be its stomach. Its head's just flopping weirdly to the side. How did you turn her away?
Just very confused and disgusted at the same time. So just... No, you know what? No, this is weird. Everything's weird here. Are you the one tormenting my friends? You take your nasty cookies and get out of here. I'm gonna push her. I just want to push her away from her.
Nasty cookies.
So you would be like wise enough to know that the things that have been coming at you, though very realistic and lifelike, they seem to be some kind of illusionary thing. But when you put your hands up to like push her away, mostly out of reflex, you feel like a solid connection to her, and she actually goes flying backwards. She just disappears, and you just hear the soft little in the distance, and she just fades away into nothing.
Well, that's what you get.
Yeah, you can mark down another success.
Being terrorized by nightmare bubble people.
And last but not least, ready?
Oh god.
I hope I didn't do this one for you already, Freddie. Which two have you had? I know your main one. What was your second one?
The seahorse.
Okay, cool. I was trying to do this mentally and lost track. So, Freddie, you're not curled up on the ground, right? That was Albert.
I am holding Maz in one hand and my frying pan in the other. And my frying pan is glowing like the dawn.
Okay. Your glowing frying pan, the light emanating off of it, you see this light. There starts to be like arcs of lightning in your light. You know those plasma balls?
Oh, St. Elmo's fire, yeah.
It's like that. Like these little arcs of lightning start coming off of there. Seems kind of harmless at first. Like you just have this kind of neat looking glowing plasma ball going on. But then the arcs of lightning start shooting out. Every time one hits the minecart, you feel a little jolt of electricity go up your leg. You get images of some of the bolts stretching out and hitting your friends that are in the cart. You see them react like flinching, like they're getting hit by something. They don't seem to be acting like it really hurts too much, but they feel something. After just a few seconds of this, these bolts of lightning, this awful storm coming from your light in the frying pan, you see a small blue serpent kind of wrapping its way up the handle. When it goes up to the light, blinded for a quick second when you look at it, and when you're able to see again, maybe when you move the frying pan down out of your vision, you see suddenly before you the mouth of this gigantic blue draconic thing, mouth open wide, full of lightning, come darting towards you. I need another wisdom saving throw from you.
You hurt my friends. Go away.
You got this, Freddy.
I'm telling you, go away.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Freddy, your frying pan surges with light. You're yelling at it to go away. You're standing your ground, being very forceful in how you tell it to go away. You see your frying pan light pulse once, and the lightning disperses. Pulses twice, and the light goes out, stretches around this draconic thing, and when the light calms back down, it's just not there anymore. You actually feel like empowered, like, oh shit, I did that. And you can mark a success down.
No one hurts my friends. Period.
Freddy gets done saying, no one hurts my friends. Your guys can all see your minecart coming up over the lip of this hill. You can see the archway in sight, the rocky arch. It comes out of the archway, and you can hear the familiar sounds of the carnival. Everything seems nice and happy here. You can see the dwarf sitting back on the platform that you guys entered to begin with. He looks like cheerful. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the ride. Just hang on.
No.
Wait until it comes to a complete stop.
Oh, tie him up! Tie him up!
Is this what passes for entertainment?
Oh. It should be entertaining. What happened? Did you see something? Maybe?
Monsters attacked us.
Oh no. Oh, you went on this ride with some baggage, did you?
What happened?
Oh, it shows you your fears. It's what happened when you looked in my my contraption here. The all-seeing eye just shows you what you fear. You're supposed to be able to overcome it.
Oh, I think you're going to go for a ride on it then, right?
I've taken many rides on it. I wouldn't send anybody on it
Oh,
without
yes,
going on it
everyone.
myself.
I think you would like to go on a ride.
Sure. There's no one in line, as you can see.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Uh-huh.
Moist Milk has her head turned away and doesn't want anyone to see, and she's wiping her eyes, and she's gonna turn around and just grab that guy by the collar. What the shit? You said this was fun.
Well, lots of people have fun on it. Lots.
You're a little pissant. I want my punch back. Either I get a punch back in my ticket, or I get to punch you.
Did
There
I
will be no
notice,
punching of any kind. You went on the ride willfully. You gave me your ticket. I punched it. It's not my fault what happens here. The all-seeing eye shows all.
I mean, it's a little bit your fault, but
Go ahead, Matthew.
The least you could do is have a sign that says, "Careful, emotional baggage may cause more trauma than needed."
and
You might want to
I'm
try
gonna
rebranding.
and I'm gonna owl hop jog away. Did I notice
Thanks, Rev.
Miss Milk crying?
Was she crying?
She was
said
wiping
she
her
wiped her
face.
tears.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you trying to hide it?
Oh yeah.
Then make a contested Sleight of hand versus perception.
A sleight of milky hand.
Oh, no.
Don't. I'm trying to be like considerate.
Oh no.
No.
I'm too
Oh,
angry
no.
right now.
Perceive nothing.
No, you didn't see anything, Freddy.
Still holding on to Maz. Just
Come on, let's go enjoy the rest of the carnival.
Mozzarella will
moist
still
milk,
be
let him.
like floofed, and he's just gonna walk with Freddy, like huddled against him.
I want to ask the dwarf.
It took my shell. It took my shell. Oh, what? I need my shell.
What shell?
Oh, I had a shell on my scarf. It took it.
He looks down at your scarf. He says, "No, I see plenty of shells."
No, it took one of my shells.
You look down to like point out which cell it was, and it's still on you.
Oh, what? Oh,
I just clutch the shell. I'm just super confused and walk away.
He says, "I think you're attached to things a little too much."
Come here, Albert. Come here.
You guys hear a thud behind you as the dwarf just gives a giggle and hops in the minecart. There's nobody else in line, so he seems like he's just gonna take a joyride for himself.
I think Lewis was saying something.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
I
sorry, Lewis.
accidentally talked over,
no,
or
it's
somebody
okay.
did. It might have been me.
What you got?
Come on, moist milk. Let's go find you something to hit.
I need to punch something, Sarah. I really need to hit something, and I hate these stupid legs. This carnival sucks. I'm gonna punch something. Thanks, Big C. And she's gonna just give her a little gentle fist bump.
You know, I almost had a pet spider a minute ago.
Oh, that's badass. That's
Oh,
cool.
no. Those things creep me out. There's too many legs, too many eyes. Killer poison in them.
Rather have a spider than a pixie. Fuck them.
Are you okay, Albert? Come here. Come here. It's okay.
Freddy's gonna give. Still holding on to Maz. Just gonna like wrap his arm around Albert's shoulders and kind of like bring him in.
oh, thank you.
It's okay. You're okay. I'm not gonna let anybody hurt anybody. I'm around.
Oh,
Thank you, Albert. I mean,
I called you Albert.
You guys have done this to yourselves. I love it.
you brought upon yourself.
thank you, Freddy. Thank you.
It's okay.
You all just end up being moist milk in the end.
It's gonna happen.
Oh God.
So the dwarf is gone now.
Yeah. He
just left.
He gave a giggle, hopped in the minecart, and took off on his own ride.
You're an asshole.
There's nothing wrong with it. I go on myself. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for visiting Zafixio. He just waves as he goes down into the tunnel here. It disappears into the dragon's head.
I'll remember him.
Guys got some crazy old lady selling cookies down there. Did y'all see that?
No. Honestly, I preferred it. What kind of cookies, anyway?
Not good ones. Something messed up with those. I wouldn't buy one. And then she tried to, shake me down. It was a whole thing.
It wasn't ginger snaps, was it?
I don't think so. I don't think they have a name for what those were.
Maybe we should introduce her to the other lady. She was real skinny. I tried to feed her, but she just tried to smack it out of my hands. She was kind of rude.
What did we see down there? Wait. What's everyone's... You said we saw our fear, right? What's everyone's fear?
Mine was apparently cookies. I don't know.
Huh. I mean, I saw spiders, but,
I'm
my
not
super
afraid of
best
anything.
friend scared him off. He's cool like that.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Okay. Albie, what you up to?
I'm just stealthing away just to have a minute to myself.
Albie?
Okay.
There he goes.
Does anybody have a passive perception of 21?
Are
Not
you
even.
serious
I
right
certainly
now?
don't.
I'm used to playing with the damn monks.
James
Sneak
usually
and
does.
stab.
Yeah. Okay. So, Albie, you find yourself alone, kind of between the two stalls there. But before we get to that, I do need to do a little bit of bookkeeping for you guys. Who failed all 3 saving throws?
Me.
Wait, one at a time.
Me.
Maz?
Yep.
Moist Milk?
Moist milk, say it, Angie.
Who else?
Was it just us two
Was this you
that
guys?
failed all?
I guess so.
I
Albert?
succeeded twice and failed once.
I got 1 success and 2 fails.
Okay. Sarah did not give a single shit in there. She's fine.
Yeah, I failed the first save and then succeeded the second 2.
All right. Who succeeded on all 3?
I did.
Hey.
Oh,
I got a little cheaty ability.
hell yeah!
I think I would have
Badass.
failed all of them though. Otherwise,
Was she the only one?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
She's
better
got
get a
mine.
hella prize.
Wait,
2
what
wands.
Thank you, Jim.
what did Albie get?
I failed my first 2, and then my last one I succeeded.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so we only had one person do all 3 saves. 2 of you failed all 3. So, let me read 1 second here. I'll say, Lavana, you get quite the boon. Like you're pretty annoyed coming off this ride, but you also feel empowered that you were able to successfully fend off everything, especially your own worst fear, which I may have butchered the description of that, especially the first
no,
one.
I think that was good.
Okay. But you, for succeeding on all 3, you now have advantage on all charisma-based ability checks while you're at the carnival.
Whoa.
Dang, nice.
Wow.
At the carnival?
Yep.
Just
Awesome.
period. You never leave the carnival, and
Yeah.
oh, that's awesome.
Everybody to do
While
your bidding.
you're at the carnival. Advantage
That's
on all
true.
charisma-based checks. So,
Nice.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
the 3 that failed all 3 checks. You guys, I'm gonna roll a d8 here.
D8.
And I'll tell you, you want to see a low number.
1.
Okay. The next 3 days, which is kind of fitting, you will be haunted by nightmares.
Oh god.
Until the nightmares end, you must succeed on a DC 12 Wisdom saving throw after finishing a long rest, or gain 1d3 levels of exhaustion.
Oh.
Oh, whoa! That's a kill thing.
That's nasty.
That's a load of shit.
I
Oh
just
my god.
wait.
He's just trying to kill moist milk.
What's the exhaustion roll? You get like 5 and you're just dead.
6 or 7, I think. 7? Is it 5? I don't know.
I think it's
I
It might be
thought
6.
there
I
was-
think 6 is death.
Okay.
Like 1 through 5.
there
then it
6
goes
levels?
Various.
Exhaustion
Why
can
did
be
I
pretty
think
good.
it's
It's just death. So.
I still don't know anything about exhaustion. I'm a noob, but I'm trying.
That's all right.
Exhaustion is really bad.
You'll
don't
find
want
out
any-
soon.
Oh.
It's a
We're
real
gonna find out the
bad.
hard way.
Yeah. Plus, you have really bad diarrhea.
Yes.
You do not
That
have...
seems real crappy for something that's just dice roll.
I'm used
Yeah.
to diarrhea.
I'm not gonna lie, this attraction was the one I was worried about you guys going on. But
Thanks,
Of course we went
everyone.
He just went to it immediately.
This is the
Um,
It's
worst
the route you're
carnival
walking around the
ever.
park. It's next to the other stuff you're around.
I
I'm
mean,
going
it
that
could
one.
be anything.
Yep. All right. So, Albie, between the 2 stands over there, what are you up to?
I'm catching my breath and just in the back of his mind, he's contemplating. Maybe I shouldn't be with them. He just has this. He just has this not a suspicion, but or superstition about that weird thing that was described to him through his years growing up, being trained by his mentor.
Aww.
He's just afraid because like at one point there was a description, but the most that he heard it get called was just a group killer, just group killers. He never really heard whatever the hell the real name is for that thing, but he's just catching his breath, trying to put his psyche back in place for a minute.
Who are you people?
So Albie kind of goes over there and has a bit of, I would say like self-reflection, a wee bit. Maybe some self-doubt, I think is safe to say.
Oh yeah.
So, Albie, while you're sitting there, kind of mired in some self-pity here, it's like at the other side of the booth, up above you, the like beige and blue one there. You hear what sounds like some soft crying.
Oh, don't break my heart. I cannot emotionally take it.
It's the players after that ride.
Yeah. It's all 7 players huddled in a corner.
So there's a soft crying, you say?
Yep.
Oh boy. Is there any windows or anything like that?
No, it's like you're able to tell that it's outside too. It's not inside.
Oh. Okay. Can I stealthily peek around to see where the crying is coming from?
Yeah. So you peek around the corner and you see a small little goblin girl. She's clutching a stuffed animal of some kind. Like you can really just see arms and legs at this point, and she's kind of smashing it into herself. She's just kind of tucked up, like knees to her chest, clutching this stuffed animal, just sobbing. Doesn't appear like anyone else is around.
Oh God, what are you doing to me? You're breaking my heart.
I like that we've hit the point of this where everybody thinks I'm up to something bad now.
They're suspicious.
What the fuck? Look what we just went through.
You chose the ride, remember that.
That is true.
I'll take a deep breath and I'll just kind of compose myself, and then I shall approach the wee goblin girl.
Okay. You hear some sniffles and some crying. She sees this little bird creature. I'm gonna walk up to her. What are you?
It kind of cut out a little bit. What did you
I
say?
think it cut you out.
I have to be careful. Just what are you?
I'm
Cut out.
Albie.
What's an Albie? Just sniffs again and wipes her nose with her hand.
Aww.
He could be a friend if you need it.
I could use a friend right now.
What's wrong?
I lost my mom, my dad. I don't know where they went.
Oh goodness. Okay. All right, follow me.
And I'll start guiding her back out to where the group is.
Make a persuasion check.
And I'll do the big cute owl eye thing.
Make the persuasion check at advantage.
A big cute owl.
I need all the help I can get.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Super cute.
Yeah.
Kawaii.
I am an elf owl after all.
The cutest of all owls.
She reaches up, like stuffed animal thing hanging by one hand. She wipes both of her eyes. You take me to find my mom and my dad?
Well, I'm going to take you to our group, but we have more people, we have more beings like me that can fly. That means we can search around really quickly while the others look after you. They're big and strong, so nobody will mess with you.
You see her face change. She says, "You can fly?"
I start to fly a little bit, a few feet off the ground.
It's just instantly see like that childlike wonder. She said, I wish I could fly. Do you see my mom and my dad?
Well, let's get you with the group first, and then then me and my two brothers, we're going to fly all around just to make sure we can find them for you.
Okay. And she starts following you.
All right, I shall get back on the ground with her, and I'll just extend a little zygodactyl hand out.
Okay.
Yeah.
She takes your hand and begins following you. She has her stuffed animal in the other hand. And it looks like now that she's got, both of her hands off of it, covering it, it looks like an old, like a ratty bugbear plushie. With like a huge, goofy-looking, lopsided grin.
Aww.
And yeah, she follows you.
On the way, I would ask, so what's your name?
But my name's what my name is, or what everyone, the kids call me.
What's your name? Not what the other kids call you. What? I'm losing my accent. You got me feeling. I'm losing my accent. Damn it! No. What do you refer to yourself in? Not what others do.
I'm Leah. There's call Leah Stinky. I'm not Stinky though.
Oh, my heart.
Oh.
Oh.
God, I'm sorry, you
My
guys.
heart.
Oh.
There's so many
It's an
feels.
emotional roller coaster.
Okay.
It's actually a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But I'll just say, it's nice to meet you, Leah. Now, do you know what are your parents' names? And is there any particular way that they look so we know who we're looking for?
Just like scrunches up her face. Just mom and dad.
Okay, that'll do it. Well,
Can Mozzarella smell her, the gobbo girl?
James.
I'd be leading her back to the.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were back
All right.
for some reason.
Well, she
Sorry about
is
that.
stinky, right?
No.
Maz, do you see LB come back with this little goblin girl in tow, and she's dragging? Actually, all you guys can see this. In fact, most of you didn't even know LB was gone. He just showed back up and has a little goblin girl following behind him. She's carrying a dirty stuffed animal with her. You can see tears streaking her face. Yeah. She smells like a dirty kid.
She smells like a dirty kid.
Smells like a dirty child.
I'm gonna kill that
Ew.
mother F. Oh, hi, child.
Buzz, Mr. Buzz,
I'll
we need a
introduce
joy
the
bringer.
group.
Oh, hold up. What's that, Albie?
I'll introduce the group. They'll say, "This is Leah. She needs help finding her parents."
Oh, Leah.
Hi, you're all. She like takes a second to look around, like from the tiny owls and small moths to the massive Sarah, and Lev's pretty tall too. She looks at everybody. She's, oh, you're very strange people. Are you all friends?
Oh, yeah. We're all new friends.
These are the toughest people I know. So, Albert and Freddie, if you don't mind, would you, do you think we should fly around just to see if we can spot some, wait, just in case. Your parents are goblins too, right?
Right.
Yeah, silly.
All right, just making sure. I
Why
was
don't,
adopted, so just wanted to make sure.
Miss Levy,
Mm-hmm.
would you take, I'm sorry, your name was, Leah?
Yeah, Leah.
Oh, okay. Hi. Would you take, little Miss Leah here to, the lost property? See if her parents are around there. We'll do a full lap around this whole place, looking for a couple of goblin parrots.
Well, that's a good idea. I kind of squat down a little shorter to like eye level. Say, "Hi, Leah. My name's Leah," and extend my hand. If you want to take me, I can take you to the shop to find your parents.
Oh, I love. You're very big.
Thank you. I try.
I'll go with you. I want to find mom and dad. Can you fly?
Wait.
Unfortunately, no. I wish I could though.
Oh, I wish I could too.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, maybe someday. She like kind of like gives her arms a little flap.
I want to take out the little wizard puppet I have and just move it over to her and go,
And my name is Reginald. And look, if you believe hard enough, you too can fly.
and I'll conjure a little, using the minor illusion cantrip, I'll conjure a little,
Nice.
a bunny rabbit, little unicorn bunny rabbit thing that we saw earlier.
Yeah.
Except it has little hummingbird wings on its back, and it's just kind of like flitting around in the air.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. She just like lights up immediately. She's super like taken back and by this, and she's I don't know. She's really really happy to see this thing. She's like trying to catch it. And every time it looks like she can almost grab a hold of it or touch it, it just flits off in a little different area, and she's like giggling, bouncing around. She doesn't. You notice like even though the little Almirage illusion like goes a little ways away from you, like she doesn't seem too keen on getting too far away from you guys, specifically Lev and Albie.
Moist Milk is just gonna like wave her arms silently behind Leah where she can't see her towards Maz in hopes that Maz sees her.
Moz, he would see her because he's watching like everybody's faces and seeing what they're saying to
He's gonna-
grasp what's going on.
She's gonna pinch her nose and point at the kid.
Oh, he's gonna walk up and give a good sniff. He's gonna put his nose directly on her and inhale very deeply.
What? That tickles. What are you doing?
Oh, you smell. I wonder if I could help. Would he be able to use her smell to track down her parents?
Yeah, it'd probably help.
Maybe I can smell your parents.
I can smell you too. And she just smashes her head into your fur on like the top of your shoulder, and just there's a big old sniff.
Oh my god, you're making that child me, aren't
And
you?
she pulls her head back, and she's got this quizzical look on her face. You kind of smelly.
Yeah, it's how I smell. It's kind of just how it do.
It's just how it do.
It's just how I do. But don't do worry. I smell your parents. I smell for them. And he's gonna start sniffing around. He has his little nose in the air, and he's walking around the ground, sniffing the ground, see if he can get a hint
Okay.
of her parents.
So she sees what you're doing, and she's very torn between like following you around and chasing after the little illusion that Freddy made. You can see her; she sticks her nose up in the air, and you can hear her sniffing. She's trying to mimic what you're doing. But you don't smell anything right here that smells like her. You're just picking up like the various smells from the carnival itself. You smell like various animals, lots of different people. Smell like the wood and metal from the mystery mine. Your whole party kind of smells like panic sweats right now.
Ew,
After
it's
getting
not
off that
good.
ride.
It's not very good right now.
Don't judge me.
Smells like curdled milk.
Ew.
Why?
But so the plan was for Lev to take Leah to the Lost and Found area. Is that what it was?
So.
Yeah.
And the three owls are gonna fly around and do a lap and see if they can find the girl's parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Looking for goblins.
What are the
Yes.
other three doing?
Mozzarella will be wandering around trying to get a whiff of goblin smell on anything around here, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, I guess before she leaves, did anybody ask her where she last saw her parents?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
You can ask her.
Yes. Mozzarella will be like, where did you lose her parents?
We were playing with the little people, the pixies.
The pigsies?
Pixies.
Oh God.
Got it.
Oh.
We'll start our search over there.
We were all very small, and I couldn't find them. And then I got big again. I still couldn't find them.
Oh, don't worry. We will find them.
Okay. She goes back to sniffing and chasing after the Almirage illusion. So, with some of you heading towards the Pixie Kingdom, Lev taking Leah, the little goblin girl, towards the Lost and Found, and the three owls about to do their laps around the circus here. I think that's a good spot to end it for tonight. We can pick right up here next time.
Woot woot.
Oh.
Wait, Andy, you forgot one thing.
What's that? Whatever.
This.
Holy shit, Matthew. What are you doing?
That was awesome. That whole thing was awesome.
Damn.
Thank you for that. It's completely, absolutely unnecessary, man. Like you're gracing me with all the time here.
You beat
It
me
was
to
awesome.
It. And you went
Oh
all
my
out.
goodness, the bits
Thank
be
you,
raining.
James.
Oh my God, man.
Boy,
You're a
that's-
madman.
It's so good.
That's a
We're
way to
drowning
close
in
out
bits.
a session.
Even through the scary parts, it's just like, oh,
Guys,
I was
stop.
smiling throughout. Oh,
You guys are playing in the game with me. What are you doing?
Whip train!
Fun!
Whip train is close.
Oh my god, Joe too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Train!
Oh,
Well,
oh my god.
Wait, does that mean we get to see the little fur noodle?
The bees. Yeah, you gotta play the pipe.
Birds.
Beatty, you guys are all playing with me. You don't have to do this.
I
But,
like hype trains.
Train!
but it does mean we get to see. Might be a little bit loud.
Oh, look at him.
Thank you guys for the hype train.
Such a fun game tonight.
Walrus,
Oh my goodness, everybody.
guys,
Walrus!
thank you so much.
What happening? Thank you, everybody.
And Jay-Z.
Yeah,
Completely unnecessary. Skillium, what are you guys doing?
Guys, let's rock.
Oh my goodness.
God damn, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
I mean, there's already
What the
a
turd?
kick-ass episode. I had a lot of fun with that. You guys are just ridiculous with this. Matthew, stop!
Oh my God.
I'm gonna slap you.
Oh no.
I am mad with power.
Mad with power.
Mad with the hype train power.
God damn it,
Got the
man.
milk.
Oh no, 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 no.
Absolutely not.
I love how it went to hype to no. Stop.
Well, this is honestly too much. You guys are all like giving me your time playing the game here, so thank you for that. The bits are completely unnecessary.
This was amazing, though. Thank you, Andy.
Yeah, thank
so
you.
good.
Thank you, Skillium, and I appreciate it.
Oh,
Appreciate all you guys
Skillium.
hanging out with us tonight too. In the hype train, ridiculous. Yeah, goddamn.
Is that our highest hype
Good.
train? It might be.
I think
I
so.
can't remember.
Level
I think it
5?
is.
I think so. So, thank you guys for that, big time. Melissa.
Don't judge me.
Oh no.
Thank
My
you very
leg
much.
is broken.
My leg.
It's broken. Oh no.
God damn it. God.
That was my
I
my
gave
favorite
bit.
part from the last one. Levy
gave
running
bit.
me over.
It plastered the snail. Thank you,
It's just
Garen.
the funniest thing.
Another 100 from Garen Nipper Blasters.
Yeah.
So, Skillium, I hope your day is better, man. And thank you for, having a bad day and choosing to spend it with us, dude. We appreciate it.
We love you, Skillium. We love you.
Much love.
Thank you so much, man.
Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Thank you guys all for hanging out. Thank you for getting us to 200 followers. It's an awesome little milestone for us. I'm like thrilled to keep growing here. Jay-Z!
Jay-Z!
Jacob-kun. Kawaii.
What?
A kawaii.
Jay-Z is
Oh my
Man.
he's a long-time Dirty Rollers member. He wasn't able to commit to the campaign because of adulting, but he's been hanging out, kind of, sort of helping us mod, but not
He has
modding
been.
because he would be drunk with power. He would wield the ban hammer like the I don't know. No one would be safe here. Joe, thank you.
Joe,
for the gift.
Thank you, Joe.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, we are
so
close.
young.
No. I was trying for 69%.
Oh,
Thank you, Joe.
we were so close to perfection.
Yeah.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
We will be back next week with the Witchlight campaign. For anybody that might be lurking around that doesn't quite know the schedule yet, maybe just came across this for the first time tonight, you picked a hell of a session to drop in on, that's for sure. Yeah, a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. It's Feywild, so you're gonna get some scary, you're gonna get some fun. It's a little bit everything. Can you finish the carnival already so you can mess with it? Dino, fine. I am a pancake. I don't care. I will be
glad to
pancake.
be a pancake. Pancakes are awesome.
Pancakes.
Ooh, I could go for a pancake, actually.
Let me see. As Jim would say, I'm here for it. Pan clock.
Pan clock.
No, I want a pancake clock.
Ooh.
So you guys, there's a choice here. And I gotta make sure I catch the meme. What are they doing? Oh, I don't want to go there.
Ooh, who we raiding?
I don't know. I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to decide who we got here. We are gonna raid out to somebody though. Oh, there's somebody else using Dungeon Alchemist maps.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Ooh.
Let's see. So we have more D&D. We have. Well, let me see what. We have the ferret cam. They're all sleeping though, so that probably wouldn't be too fun to go.
Yeah, I would not.
We have
yeah,
Fortnite.
I guess what does everybody feel like watching?
Yeah, what's everybody feel like watching
Fortnite
tonight?
Or more D&D or map making?
Is there anybody in Dungeon Alchemist channel?
Who looks like they need love?
Yeah, or somebody
Or-
who...
Whoops. Or we can go to random.
Random.
Yeah. Some
Map
randomness
making?
sounds fun.
Walrus says map making.
Walrus
What?
is map.
That- yeah.
Does anybody else have a... Oh, there's Xanthos!
Xanthos! Did you pop in right at the end again, dude?
Pop in right at the end.
Xanthos, start streaming so we can raid you.
Hurry and start
you.
streaming Xanthos.
Hurry, Xanthos.
Xanthos, get on! We love you.
Fly, my friend, fly!
Oh, he's at work.
he's
Oh, no.
He's running.
Oh, man. I wish he was in here.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. You guys want... Oh, there's X-Wing. Or we can do a random D&D raid and we can see who's on.
Oh, Dino's.
Why
Dino
does it
says, "Give me 5 minutes. I'll start up the stream."
By the way, any of my crew, while I'm messing around here trying to find someone to raid, if you have to go, you can go and we'll raid out here. What? Oh no, that's the OG Pitfall on Atari.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I
that
miss
game is
Atari.
that game is so hard.
I guess you could just do well, we had one vote
E.T.
for
on
map
Atari.
making
Yes.
or random D&D person.
Don't think there's anybody on in. Yeah, there's nobody on in Dungeon Alchemist right now.
Random D&D
We could just do
person?
random and confuse them.
I got. Yeah. Okay. Let's just go confuse everybody. They're gonna see dirty rollers and be like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, rando with low viewers, like Skillium said.
Sure.
Yeah.
Random
It's
D&D.
just gonna be like a Twitch knitting channel.
yeah.
You say that, but it's a thing.
It is a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Like an ASMR thing.
Let me grab this.
Oh, Rebel on?
Rebel's playing some Fortnite. Yep. I think we're gonna do a random D&D stream tonight, though, which I found somebody finally.
Viking Horde Raid.
It looks like they are playing. Does it say? They're exploring the creepy keep. Fuzka?
Fuzka.
Moist milk
Yep.
kicks down the door.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
So, make sure you say hi to these guys. We're gonna do a dirty raid. Yeah, thank you guys all for hanging out. I very much appreciate it. All the bits, you guys are ridiculous. The follow getting us up to 200. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
All the redeems, keeping us hydrated and keeping our postures aligned here.
Yeah, we cheers our frothy milk goblets.
We'll be back tomorrow with For the King. You can come hang out with me, Jay-Z, and Lewis, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Have a good night. And say hi to these guys.
Love y'all.
Adios.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye.